Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video explaining, giving my thoughts on the post or after credit scene for X-Men Days of Future Past. Spoiler warning. Alright, great. So the purpose of this video is basically for me to give my thoughts on the post or after the credit scene for X-Men Days of Future Past. That said, again, just a spoiler warning. If you guys haven't seen it or you don't want to know, click off, go watch my non-spoiler review. It's in the channel. Or after this, if you want to see some more from me, I do have a full spoiler review, which is almost 20 minutes long for X-Men Days of Future Past. So in this one, we're going to be focusing on the after the credit scene, giving my thoughts on exactly what we got to see and what it implies or what it means for the rest of the X-Men franchise, or at least going forward. So at this time, what we know is that X-Men Apocalypse is going to be hitting in 2016, or at least that's when it's targeted for, probably summertime. That's usually when they release these. Of course, this one was, or late spring, early summer type time frame. But I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed back a year to 2017, because it's only 2 years, and as you guys got to see, they're putting a lot of work into these X-Men movies. I mean, X-Men Days of Future Past, that one must have been really, really difficult to put together and everything, with all the different time frames, different scenes, different environments. Pretty incredible. So, Apocalypse, I'm thinking is going to be something similar. So 2016, hopefully 2017, probably. So that said, I'm really excited for X-Men Apocalypse. I can't wait. It's sort of like, okay, here's one thing about the X-Men franchise is that they've kind of focused on similar villains most of the way through. For example, Magneto has been in basically every X-Men movie we've had so far, aside from maybe the Wolverine ones. And there's a lot of other villains out there in the X-Men world. For example, the one we get to see in the after the credits scene, who is Apocalypse, basically. He is in the desert. It seems he's young. He looks very young, and he's using telekinesis to control objects to build out of sand the pyramids insanely quickly, while he's being worshipped all around by his nomad type followers. So that's basically all we see in terms of the scene. Now, what does it imply, or what does it mean, or what can we take from that? Well, based on when it's shown, it looks like it's occurring at the same time as what's happening with the X-Men, which is that, basically right before the credits, Wolverine has woken up, and we see that everything is good. The school is good. Jean's back to life. All these events have been undone, and basically the first 3 X-Men movies don't exist in the new time stream. So they never really happened in the new time frame. So that said, or at least we don't know how much of them did, we don't know how they dealt with it, and we don't know exactly what happened and to what degree. So that said, with regards to what we're going to see going forward, they can go 2 routes with Apocalypse, I think. They can stay close to the comic book version of him, which is that he's the first mutant, and this is something we're looking at from way back in time. It doesn't, however, appear to be. If you were going to do something like that, like some kind of flashback, you'd probably put a date before it, which they did not have. You'd probably do something like that, or you'd show Apocalypse in his current state, waking up, or something like that, rather than this. This seems like Apocalypse is just getting started. He's young, he's just growing up, and of course he is a mutant, although he's probably the most powerful type of mutant the X-Men have ever faced. Much more powerful than even, I would say, Jean, because not only does he have telekinesis, he's able to do that and do it to a degree which may even surpass hers, the Phoenix's. He also is basically indestructible. He can survive just about anything. He essentially can't be killed. In addition to that, he can adjust his own size, and he is like uber powerful, like more powerful than any character we've seen so far in the X-Men movies. And I'm really excited because now when we see Apocalypse, and we'll probably see, based on the fact that we haven't had a time stamp on that this is a long time ago, it looks like this is occurring now in the X-Men time stream, we'll probably get to see the full X-Men team face him. We'll probably have, Cyclops leading with Wolverine and Jean and all the rest, all, our classic X-Men, like we got to see, for example, in like the first X-Men, second X-Men movies. So really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with Archangel or Angel, I should say, at this time. You know, how he's going to be included, how Apocalypse is going to build his strength and power and essentially become a threat to the entire planet, not just mutants, but mutants and humans alike. He basically wants to rule, you know, as he's being worshipped. You know, that's kind of his thing. So, really cool. Can't wait to see who they cast for Apocalypse. I'm sure it'll be a different, you know, actor. Probably, you know, a time skip in between. Probably him coming of age and building a lot of power first before we see the events of the movie in a few years. But I'm really excited for it. Can't wait to see it. And basically, Apocalypse is a big blue badass. All I really have to say. So excited for it. Excited to see the X-Men face off against him when he's trying to conquer the planet, basically. And yeah, it's a really cool little scene that gets us set up for what should be another incredible X-Men movie. Gotta love the X-Men franchise. So if you guys missed any of those videos, the non-spoiler, spoiler review, feel free to check them out on the channel. I'm going to do one talking about X-Men plot holes coming up because there are a couple plot holes with Days of Future Past. Specifically, the biggest one: why is Professor X alive in Patrick Stewart's Professor X body? Doesn't make sense after X3, at least in the in the future time frame that we got to see, or the Sentinels time. In Days of Future Past. So if you guys have any other video suggestions for Days of Future Past videos, lots of things to talk about with the whole time stream pollution and everything, let me know. Maybe I'll do one focusing on X-Men timeline and what's in the current timeline, what exists, and what nowadays never happened, if you know what I'm saying. So let me know what you guys think about all of that, what you think about Apocalypse, how excited you are to see it, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want to click the link in the description below, you can see some really sweet X-Men t-shirts from superherostuff.com. And yeah, if you like the video, please like the video below. If you want to help support the channel, check out the site, buy an X-Men shirt, or just add it to favorites, add the video to favorites, share it, whatever you want to do. And yeah, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. This is Trev, as always, saying peace.